Good morning. Welcome back to Sending Ravens. Got the cards all shuffled. Let's see what our day's looking like. Okay. Oh, the Hermit. The wise old soul, introspective, or you're feeling like you need some downtime. Wow. And the High Priestess. So here we have the masculine and the feminine sort of energies of intuition and knowing. Okay, so this guy looks deeply, or this whoever it is, looks deeply, soulfully inward for their answers, which would be, touching base with their intuition, using introspection and really looking at what really happened in situations and what did they learn, that sort of thing. And they're not the type to seek out external teaching. They don't naturally want to be teachers, but they become teachers because people follow their example. Okay, so they're like the wise old man on the mountain that is famous and known for wisdom, but he didn't seek that out because he went and lived on a mountain to become that wise old soul. You know what I mean? But people just hear of the wisdom of these beings, right? So that could be one archetype energy of that card. I mean, obviously it could mean a lot of different things, but that's one of the archetypes. And here we have the High Priestess. So she's the feminine version of someone who's really intuitive and someone she's known to reside. So this energy resides in everybody's third eye. So she's the energy of all knowing from the beginning of time. So all humans walk on the earth plane and like soul coming into body form. It like the Akashic records, things like that. She is the knower of the secrets. So she knows everybody's experience from the beginning of time and all their lessons and learning. Somehow she has access to. So she's our intuition. And everyone has her in their third eye apparently, or some energy like that. And some people really live in that knowing, and other people never visit it. Like other people keep completely out of their intuition and only go with what their intellect tells them, which is very limiting if you think about it. She is the knower of things, right? So see her two pillars. So one's dark and colored and one's light colored. So it's saying even the dark, so the difficult parts of our life or the mystery parts of our life are worthy, and both experiences are absolutely necessary. In order to grow, you need the hard and you need the dark and the light. You need all the parts of your personality. You can't exist here just being nice, okay? And just being good and nice, and good in quotations, because what is good anyway, right? So she's the knower of how we learn things, okay? And she knows, see in the background, she understands human sexuality. That's why the pomegranates, and how to create children. And she knows all those things. She knows why that happens. She knows the secret of life, okay? The pomegranates are very sexual symbols, so she knows all about human sexuality. But as an archetype, she often doesn't indulge. In other words, she's celibate, or can be. That's one way, one archetypal understanding of her. So she can detach from the world, like she looks really detached, but she knows. She can stay in her knowing, okay? And she doesn't seek out acclaim or anything like that. Now, anyone who's intuitive and or doing intuitive work, or a psychic, or anybody who does work in any esoteric form would have to have some of her in their archetype, right? Because they'd have to be in touch with their intuitive knowing. So she looks at or goes into her higher knowledge when there's a situation. She doesn't just look at, well, what did my mom say about this? What did my priest say? What did my community say? She says, what does my instinct, intuition, and higher soul say about it? Right? Yeah. she checks it with that. What does my higher self say? Okay, now both these cards can go really rogue on us if they're badly aspected. So the archetypes can become very dark, and dark meaning, and I don't mean that dark is bad and light is good. You know what? I hate that that's the way the world sees it. But anyway, I think what they mean is it can go in areas that we're not comfortable with, and that's why they sort of dubbed it dark, because the dark is uncomfortable sometimes because we can't see. Okay, and then here we have the light and the dark. So she understands even the unseen, I guess, and the parts that you can't see clearly, right? So you have to trust your intuition to really deal with her, and you have to trust your introspection and wise old soul wisdom to deal with that kind of energy. So it's really interesting that those two came up and in the same line. Okay, so in the past, we've got this Page of Cups. So we've got a situation that was surprised us emotionally. Okay, and it may be challenging. So a situation might have happened where you discovered or had a feeling for someone or a situation. You had a feeling that you weren't expecting to have. Okay, so you might have had feelings for someone, you might have had a feeling about something, and it feels a little uncomfortable. I feel like it'll challenge your aloneness and your it's like you might have chosen at this time in your life to stay really detached from, and I'm thinking it's an emotional thing, emotional connections, maybe even romantic connections, but I feel like there's an opportunity for one, and you might want to come more into your humanness to experience this. So this woman experiences life in a very physical way. She loves comfort. She could be a Taurus, she could be a Capricorn, a Virgo, earthy, or she has some of that in her chart. She knows how to love life, and she knows to eat good things here, all the pleasures of the earth plane, drink good wine, physically have lovers or a lover like that. She knows how to enjoy her physical being here on the earth plane, how to enjoy that, right? And that's a very abundant card and very comfortable. She's very comfortable with her body, with herself, if she's well aspected. So I think there's been a situation where you're being offered, and it's a bit of a surprise, all of a sudden maybe a connection with someone, or an experience that's very earthy, and it's challenging your detached sort of spiritual. You've been studying spiritually and trying to be so in touch with your soul and doing all this great work, and maybe being a little detached, and all of a sudden the world wants you back in it. We come here a soul living in a body, so our job is to be a good human. We're already a soul being. And people get it mixed up. They think, oh, they're here to discover their spirit. Well, once you do that, then the job is to actually love your human form and try to do the best you can with it. That's what you're here to do. You have to experience the earth plane. Why did you come physical? You would have stayed in the spirit world if you were just trying to be spiritual. Okay, so yeah, your advice is it will be good for you to experience a physical thing. So even if this thing that's tempting you and you had a surprise feeling for it is a physical thing, like acquiring something, getting to a certain level financially, buying a house, buying a new vehicle, or even just a new piece of jewelry or a dress, I don't care what it is. I feel like get out of your spiritual sort of detached from the world sort of energy and go experience it, whatever it is. If it's a romance, if it's even just a connection and a friendship, go experience a physical thing. So it says, take the gift, live in the gift of the physical realm. You're a human. Trust yourself. You're going to do a good job of it, right? This card says victory. Because you're already aware of your soul, you're going to do a good job of being a human, right? Now you just have to learn to enjoy and find the medium, in the middle somewhere, where you're a human and a spirit living in flesh. Okay, a little deep today. Yeah, time for a change, it says. And yeah, you've been studying, maybe, who's ever's watching, maybe there's somebody in particular really needed to hear this. You've been studying spiritually very diligently, and that's great and everything, but now it's time to remember your human form and give your human self some credit and let it play a little bit. Yeah, okay, thank you so much. Have a great day. And do like and share the videos if you're enjoying them. Send in your ravens on your path.